Yes, sir. It's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, Blog Talk Radio, OG Music, you know, G-Lew Queen Jean, so fresh, so clean. Yes, sir. It's G-Lew, throwing up the W for Westside Wednesdays. No, not to trouble you. Back up in it on the scene with Queen Jean. No mean, but keep a whole lot of good green. Too clean, never do a half-ass. Gotta say rest in peace to the homie badass. On smash, do the shit the flyway. 110 East, blowing gas on the highway. I stay with a Blog Talk Radio every single Wednesday. That's the only way to go. Whether Rosecrans, Broadway, or Slauson, you can find an OG like me flossing. With the Westside Car Club, Brick City made on the plaque. Cadillac when I park, cuz show me love but don't show me shit. In the words of the big homie DJ Quick, ain't nothing like black pussy on my dick. When I stand up in it like a candlestick, we make hits for you to bang this shit. Got my own station so you know I'm gon' play this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. No, we right here at the G-Lew Show. Every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. No, we right here at the G-Lew Show. You know, it's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. Every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, 10 to 12 Eastern. G-Lew with the lovely Miss Queen Jean. Queen Jean, what up? Yeah. Sponsored by BTP Media Group, 93.3 FM Ism, OG Music, and the Westside Car Club. Come on. Come join us every Wednesday night. Where they doing it at? And you do know that. Rest in peace, badass. Welcome to Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. Live up in here with my co-host, Miss Queen Jean. I'm going to bring her in just after this. We got a special guest tonight. We got my homeboy, DJ Squaropolis. As you know, this show was supposed to happen a minute ago, but we had some technical difficulties, but now we do have Squaropolis back straight out of Oakland, California. He will be our guest tonight on the G-Lew Show, so let me do a couple things right quick, get a couple things situated, let a couple more people get up in here, and we're going to bring our guest in. He's now in the green room, and I'll bring in Queen Jean as well. I'm G-Lew. This is the G-Lew Show, sponsored by BTP Media Group, 93.3 FM Ism, OG Music. We'll be right back.
On the block making bankroll, the $1 billion dream is the dream of the cash flow. Little do they know they're a little or a big hoe, but they have a car that can side at the sideshow. I'm the type of brother that'll tell another hell no to the sellers rap hocking rocks in a hellhole. Brother, you can slide, you can glide in your cool ride, but you're gonna drown in the high tide of genocide. Brothers give me five, but it's live jive. Can't understand that the hands in a beehive. I'ma take a risk on the disc, take a big dive, just to make it rhyme on time. I'll say overdrive. Miss them, I'm not with them, but they're victims. Cause they're just a part, not a start of the system. No hocus pocus, that's the focus of the song. Hope that you can learn this and one day sing along. A clearly cut case co-opted by the crew, and it's Isaiah foul play against me and you. Sing it. And implicit are the exports. I'm speaking of society that's living off me. No drops from coast to coast and into Detroit. No, I am a factor, but they don't need. Cause labels are stable in this big world. Talking about sex, you a boy or a girl. Talking about a con, you're the jerk or the jerker. Talking economics, you're the boss or the worker. Right about now, I'm gonna change the flow. Going straight up like my new wave afro. I say it and they play it. Do you hear me though? You're guessing there's a lesson, but teach me, I wanna know. Conjunction junction was my function, connected with a genocidal pace of a race reduction. Funny there's no money from our people's production. The coup is not through, cause we got some gumption. A victim in a system about cold cash. If you don't make it, then they treat you like trash. Dispose of you tonight, if not in the morning. This is not a prophecy, this is just a warning. A clearly cut case co-opted by the coup and expose of foul play against me and you. Sing it. Hey y'all, hold up, we're about to let the DJ scratch here.
Well, let him scratch. We've done it in the middle. 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 We've done it in the middle.
That comes up on my mind can think fast, like when a pig has a trigger saying, nigga, that's your ass. Thoughts of a slave master rise from the past is the present, cause I still feel the lash. It's against the law just to be black, cause the war and drugs are just thugs on the attack. The tree is not the source of course, so just get back. Why try and lie? I doubt that it's about crack. Brothers on the block making bankroll. Maybe could the dream be the dream of an overthrow? If so, no more. We play the big toe. Industry that's cramped, so with a rubber toe. Slip and stuck slowly to the same game. Several hundred years have we been in a chain game. Better shackles only add on to a mind frame. Cold pain, thoughts of pain slowly drive me insane. But then I started rapping for the coup. A lot of rappers out there just looking for the payoff. Listen to the message that the boots bring to you. The coup is just a group to bring order out of chaos. People pick problems out and isolate, misguiding many to think it's a mistake. Well, I'm the boots and I'm here to set them straight. My information leads me to think it's foul play. A clearly cut case co-opted by the coup and expose of foul play against me and you. Sing it.
What's up, y'all? This Lil Big from the legendary Bay Area rap group America's Most Wanted. Urging you to tune in to G-Lew's blog talk radio show Westside Wednesday. Shit, it's something day. What else you gonna listen to?
How you dig? Welcome to Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew show. Once again, I am G-Lew, and let me bring in my co-host for the evening, the lovely Miss Queen G, my right hand, on my right side. Good evening, Queen.
Left side, front and back. What's happening, G-Lew?
It's all good, loved one. You know, we're back for another Westside Wednesdays. Back at it again, like we do about this time. And, week 2 of this coronavirus as well. Everybody's locked in or should be locked in, supposed to be locked in, wherever you at. Across the country, across the world, it seems to be the same business. So we're all here. Hope everybody's here with us. And I hope you're going to enjoy the show tonight because we got a special episode. Like I said, we got the homie Squaropolis, who was supposed to be here before, but he's back. So, Queen, why don't you do the honors and welcoming our guest for the evening?
Okay, introducing our guest from the Bay Area, the fabulous DJ Uma Squaropolis. Welcome to the show,
Squaropolis.
Squaropolis. Isn't it like a strong name?
Yeah, it is.
How you doing, sir?
DJ.
Yes, sir. Can y'all hear me?
How are you? Yes, how are you?
I'm good,
Yes, sir.
yourself? How y'all doing?
Listen
Doing
to
pretty
that
good.
DJ
Doing
voice.
pretty swell. Right.
Oh,
Trying to come in here all.
Just doing
Trying
what
to-
Jeff Quan taught me.
What Jeff Quan taught you?
Yes. The lessons have been thorough.
Thorough, huh? Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate this, and I want to apologize for the mix-up on the last time I was supposed to be here. So hopefully we can make up for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Apology accepted. Thank you for just letting the people know because they were waiting on you last time, but we got the word that you had some issues, man. So it's all good. Glad you can make it back, and glad everything's good with you.
I appreciate it.
Mhm. Now, what's going on, DJ? Talk to the people, man. Why don't you introduce yourself formally to our audience out there, man? The people that want to know who you are.
Well, I am, as you said, DJ Squaropolis, squarest guy on planet Earth. Been DJing, as you heard on that song y'all played during the break, that was the first song that we did when I was with the Coup almost 30 years ago. Just brought back super memories and everything. And been DJing since the 80s and still doing what I love.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Hey, tell us, man, 30 years, that's a long time. And you know, you said that kind of like, you know, like whatever, but that's a long time. I know you got a lot of history in the Bay Area. You spoke about legendary groups like the Coop that you worked with early on. Take us back to some of your early years, man, how you got started in the game, sir.
So, started in high school on a fluke, just being able to have an opportunity to do a school party one time, and wasn't even equipped for it. We were using, if y'all remember, dual cassette decks, just playing, switching up cassettes and stuff like that. But just enjoying the thrill of seeing the people dancing and stuff like that. And I always had a love for hip hop since first heard it with Rapper's Delight and Curtis Blow, Christmas Rap, The Breaks, things of that nature. And just had the opportunity to meet the right people and be able to get into the business, and had a bunch of people like, if you guys are familiar with Mind Motion and various other Bay Area DJs allowing me to do like opening sets at parties and stuff like that and get known, and just been rolling with it ever since.
Right. And I know you work with the Coop, man. Tell us briefly how that came about, your early goings with the Coop, how that came about, and what other groups that you work with that we may not know about.
So me and Boots, we went to San Francisco State together, and so we crossed paths by 88, 89, and at the time, like I said, I was just starting out. I had been doing it for about 2 or 3 years. I had a friend that sold me my first pair of 1200s, and which I still have to this day, tucked away in the closet. And Boots just asked me one time, once he found out, he had came to a party that we had did, and he just asked me if I wanted to do some work with him. And we started going to the studio and started doing a little promotion and stuff like that. And before you knew it, opportunity came along where we could go ahead and do some real production. He did majority of production, just had me doing some scratches and stuff like that. And the fact that you brought back a major memory just playing that song that you guys just played, because that was the first song that we did together. And after that, we just kept pushing and did our own promotion and stuff, made up posters, and just went up and down California trying to get shows and stuff like that, getting our name out there, and start picking up, and did the first little EP, and then got fortunate enough to connect with a few people. Shout out to Jason Ricks, who also went to San Francisco State with us, but he was already in the entertainment business and was able to open up the door for us to get that first contract opportunity, which was with Pitch at the time. And that was when they had Wild Pitch Records. They had at the time Gangstar and Laura Finesse, and I think UMCs had came out, or they were on their way. That I can remember. But long story short, we were able to do some pretty good numbers that caught their attention, and we were able to get a contract at least put into the works. And at the time, that wasn't when DJs were getting the notoriety that so many of them. So if you weren't like a DJ Qbert or a DJ Scratch or back then Tap Money or Cash Money, not Cash Money Records, but DJ Cash Money. And those were pioneers at that time that were winning the DMC seminars and the championships and stuff like that. If you weren't like them, then you really didn't get the notoriety. So long story short, when it came down to the contract, everything was set in stone for Boots, since he was doing majority of the production, and it was his project and idea. But the DJ had to kind of fend for itself, and being a college student, I really couldn't afford to miss work, school, to be trying to tour and all that kind of stuff, and there was no guarantees for how the DJ was going to get taken care of. So I had to step back, and that's when he went on the search and came across Pam, rest in peace, my girl, and that's how I just kind of dusted out of the way for her to showcase her thing. And at the time, she was down with DJ Qbert and stuff like that, so he taught her a lot of stuff, and the rest is history.
Right. So that's what I was going to ask you next. How was your experience, would you say, with the music industry? But I guess you kind of summed it up there. So.
Oh yeah, it was at that time when it wasn't like now where you got social media and you can pretty much do your own thing, and you don't really need a record label. That's really why you don't hear too much about record labels anymore, unless it's something that's known through whichever artist or production or whatever that they're connected with. But at that time, you needed a record label to get distribution and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of tougher on us. You really had to have talent and stuff. Not knocking those people today, but just saying that just like with singing, you couldn't rely on auto-tune and stuff like that like you can now. Back then, you really had to be able to sing.
Right. Yeah, that's real there. Let me ask you this, man. You're Square. You're a real laid back dude, man. Is that like? Have you always been that way, or do you got some of that good sticky over there that I need to come over there and politics with you, man? What's going on over there, man?
Sir.
You hella laid back.
It's a combination of both. It's just always been a kind of to myself kind of person, kind of peaceful, but speak up when necessary type thing. And yeah, that Mary, she keeps you in a mindset where excess is unnecessary unless necessary. If you understand what I mean.
Right. I got you. I'm just messing with you though, man. I said, man, Square, hella laid back, man. I don't know if he's always just happy.
But the door is always open.
That's right. Queen Jean, what you got for Square? I'm gonna let. I know you have some questions for our guests.
I just wanted to you to speak on your internet-based radio. You have 2 radio stations.
Yes, sir.
You have a youth radio station. Is that still on Mondays only, or is it other days?
Yes.
And
so youth radio is actually a school that's downtown Oakland that's been in circulation for almost 15 years. They started out in Berkeley, and then they moved to a bigger facility in Oakland, and their radio line or internet line is alldayplay.fm or adp.fm. And what it is they allow high school and early college students come in to learn about media, whether it's doing podcasts, graphic design, that's connected with the entertainment field they can learn about, other than being taught how to sing or rap or something like that. But they even at one time they were offering DJ courses where you could learn how to DJ and stuff. So they have on the alldayplay.fm format about 30 or so DJs that each have their own time slot throughout the week, Monday through Friday, from 10 in the morning till 7 in the evening. Everybody has, if you go to their website, alldayplay.fm, they have each DJ's showcase and what they play and things of that nature, and you can listen live during their time slot. And the kids at the Oakland School of Arts, which is connected to the Fox Theater, they get to come over. I think seniors do get to come over and do projects, sit in on DJ sets, things of that nature, so they can learn the ins and outs of the industry and everything. And I've been there now since 2009, so it'll be 11 years in June that I've been doing my Monday show, which is Type A Radio, from 12 to 2. When I first started out, they always give you just 1 hour, but since I've been there so long, they've given me 2. And I do that, like I said, Mondays, lunchtime. And then we also have myself, and I'm not sure if you guys know who DJ Igor Beats is. He's the brainchild of BayLifeRadio.com, which is also another internet radio station that I connect with on Monday. So I'm really playing on 2 stations at once, All Day Play and Bay Life. And with Igor, I've been able to do various shows and stuff like that, and come in, and I can pretty much go on there anytime that I choose to. I used to do it a lot in the beginning, but now it's selected times and stuff like that. But he always broadcasts whatever I do, whether it's something live or if I'm able to connect and showcase maybe an artist that we're showcasing or something like that. But that Bay Life Radio is 24/7. He keeps that going all day.
Okay, that's pretty dope, especially for the students. And what about your reggae room? I love reggae. So what about that? What is that about?
That started, me and Igor had connected with a cruise line that goes around the Bay. Igor already was doing reggae at a restaurant, a Jamaican restaurant in San Leandro called Sweet Fingers. He had a showcase on Tuesday nights where he let people come and do like an open mic, and also after the open mic portion, they'd have like live reggae. If it wasn't Tuesdays, then it'd be either on Friday or Saturday nights. So we connected with the cruise line that's called Bay Celebrations, and we started a reggae on the Bay type thing where we did 2-3 hour cruises, playing nothing but reggae music and stuff. And so it blew up one summer a couple of years ago, and so then we started showcasing reggae on Bay Life, where we had started out with just a page on Facebook showcasing reggae artists and stuff, and just the combination of his background. His uncle, who owned Sweet Fingers, the restaurant, is from Jamaica, so he knew a lot of Jamaican and island artists and stuff, so that kind of opened the door for us to connect with reggae artists and stuff like that. And so that's how that expanded. So we've just been trying to keep the music from all aspects, but not just any type of music, just either keeping old school hip hop alive or keeping reggae going, because to me those are the essence of what hip hop really is and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I know that you're a barber as well, correct?
Yes, been doing that since the 80s also, and started out at a barber shop called Cuts and Bends, which was also in Oakland. Was there for 27 years, and then just recently became manager of a shop called KJ's, which is in East Oakland on 87th and East 14th, and been doing that for about the past, since September, so 5-6 months now.
Has the C-19 affected your business at all?
Oh, yeah, with the social distancing and, a lot of people not working and stuff, whether the fear of catching the virus or not even being able to just get themselves groomed, whether it's, businesses not allowed to be open or they're not working and they really can't afford to, they got to pick and choose what they spend their money on and stuff. So, yes, definitely big effect, definitely.
And I just have another two-part question, because we were tested on this, G-Lew and I was, a couple of, I think it was maybe a week ago, we had a guest on here, and it was a two-part question regarding hip-hop.
Okay.
What was the birth of hip-hop? And what are the elements? I think it's 6 or 5 elements of hip-hop?
It's 5.
5 elements.
Yeah. And you said where was the birth or what?
No, when was the birth?
When? It did. So let me ask you this before I answer. When you said when was the birth of hip-hop, do you mean the culture, the lifestyle, or do you mean just the music aspect of it?
I believe it's the music aspect of it.
The music, so we can, and if you're saying hip-hop, are you saying as far as rapping and things of that nature, or are you talking about the other elements, since there are 5 elements, because they really each started at different times?
Well, the way the question was proposed to us, it was the birth date of hip-hop, just the birth date of hip-hop, period, not the element.
So that was, got you. So, well then, if you're talking about the music, then that was in the 70s, like around 70, if I'm remembering correctly, 76, 77, something like that. As far as the actual date, and I should know it because I posted it, but I can't remember it right now. That's once again that Mary clouding up memory banks, and I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat and go into my phone and look or whatever. I'm just going to be honest and say that. But I know it was definitely 76, 77 when things first started the ball rolling, so to speak, on the music aspect of it.
Yeah,
and then you said what are the elements? That's breakdancing, rapping, or MCing, however you want to label it. Of course, the DJing, graffiti, and then the one that usually doesn't get mentioned is the knowledge of it, or the knowledge of self and culture and the upbringing of the people as far as those involved in the culture.
Yes. Okay. Because I remember that, because that was, those are some good questions that he had asked us. So I remembered those. Okay. Well, thank you.
Hey, look at Queen trying to test. Look at Queen trying to test you. She's trying to test you right quick, Square.
Oh, wow, I don't mind.
Queen. Hey, he aced it, though. I mean, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, he aced it. I mean, that's cool, because when we was asked, I aced it too when we were asked, because I did my research. Only because I did my research. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know any female DJs. Only person I'm familiar with is Spinderella. Was she a real DJ?
Oh yeah, Spinderella definitely. She still is a. She still
Okay.
DJs. I mean, on TV and of course like showcases and stuff. When she was just out here at a place called Liege in downtown Oakland. Shout out Chris Rochelle, owner of Liege, who is also a DJ. But he just had her out here to do a DJ set at his lounge. I want to say late January, early February. Wasn't that long ago. A little bit after the Super Bowl, maybe. She was just out here, and then she's always on. If you guys are familiar with Ice Cube's, what's it called, Hip Hop Square, or Hip Hop Squares or whatever. Yeah, and so her, Biz, and MC Light, and this one other. I'm trying to remember, but they rotate. I know they rotate different DJs on there, but it's usually one of them 3 or 4.
And also,
in fact, it's funny. Forgive me for cutting you off real quick. Since you brought her up, my wife has me watching. What's it called? Excuse me. Let me answer. Mama. What's the name of the show that we watching now with Spinderella and the marriage? What's it called? Love Calls or something like that. It's one of the reality shows we're watching.
Oh, the reality
Spinderella. Yeah, but Spinderella and her guy are on there. It's a more positive one. I don't like watching where all they doing is cussing and throwing drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one is like so she's on there with her dude, ex NFL player is on there with his wife, couple of other famous people and stuff. But instead of everybody belittling each other and wanting to fight, they're actually having some legitimate marriage and relationship counseling and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's the main reason why me and the wife watch, because they're actually trying to figure some things out. It's not the foolishness of all the other shows and stuff like that, but she's on there. And she's not even having problems with her guy. She's having issues with herself, and she doesn't want to impose them on her guy and make him not want to be with her. So it's just funny that you brought her up. We were just watching her last night.
Is that the show with the judge on it, with Judge Tolliver on it?
No, that's the other one. I know what you're talking about. Tyler is the lady, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one, and I want to call it Marriage Boot Camp or something. I think that's what it's called, Marriage Boot Camp.
Yeah, Marriage Boot Camp.
But,
yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
That's it just popped in my head. They got it through the clouds.
Okay, and then I've seen on the interview where you said that you used to DJ when in your beginning you DJ for free so people would know the value of your skills, rather than, because if you put a price on it, they would look at you like, well, you want us to pay that amount, but you wanted them to see what you had to offer. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, you have. That's what I try to show or tell up and coming DJs, because they always look at, okay, Square out here doing all these parties, so he's got to be making a whole bunch of money. And I mean, I'm doing well enough to be blessed to do what I love and make a living off of it. But at the same time, a lot of my gigs, I'm trying to do more of promoting what I can do than the actual, I got to charge you this. Yeah, I get it. Some people you have to charge because they're not really appreciative of what you're bringing to the table. They're just more on their whatever their goal is, and they're not worried about you, but they know they need you in order to make it happen. And then there's the people that do appreciate what you do. those people, and I always tell people, if I didn't have bills to pay and if it wasn't necessary to have money to make it in America, I DJ for free all the time because I love doing it. I love music. But I know I'm dealing with a society, a capitalistic society, where majority of people that deal with you, whether they appreciate what you do or not, they're still focused on their goal, because that's what society teaches us, that you have to achieve your goal, and sometimes you may have to run over somebody to achieve your goal. Well, unfortunately, all the way back to the cool days, I've learned that the DJ, a lot of people don't value what the DJ brings to the table. And the DJ really is the heartbeat of a party, of in some music, depending on, as far as hip-hop and stuff, there's a lot of music that wouldn't even be pushed without the DJs. And once we went through the era of the mixtape and stuff like that, and DJ Clue and all those guys start really pushing, like a prime example, we really wouldn't know about 50 Cent until he hooked up with Dr. Dre if it wasn't for mixtapes. Right. Mixtapes are made by DJs. DJs are putting underground artists out there, the whole promotion thing. But those that don't appreciate that type of thing and don't look at the DJ as being important, and then we don't even have to talk about hip-hop. We just talk about from a club perspective. The club knows that they need the DJ, but I know you both have heard the horror stories. Usually at the end of the night when everybody's getting paid, the promoter's going to get paid, the owner's going to get paid, security's definitely going to get paid, and then the DJ gets hit with the sob story. Well, we only did these numbers tonight, or can I get you tomorrow, or, I done heard that throughout the career so many times. So I had to really start saying to myself, okay, yeah, I know I need my money, but sometimes I gotta understand that everybody don't value what you bring to the table. So now I gotta kind of pick and choose on, hey, is this opportunity really worth going through what I love to do? Am I selling myself short? Yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. The people are enjoying it. But does this promoter or does this owner really appreciate? Does this person really understand? And usually the people that appreciate, they don't mind whatever price tag you put on it. So I've been through the Titanic, the Hindenburg, as well as the space shuttle when it comes to the levels of DJing and just dealing with all the different perspectives of just getting your notoriety, getting people to understand what you bring to the table and that you are important. You're not just a guy sitting up there with an iPod. You're a person that actually controls how the party goes and how people's moods are. You could play a bunch of stuff and cause a riot, or you can play a bunch of stuff and everybody goes to sleep. Or you can put that right combination together, and at the end of the night, the bar did well, the promoter got his money, and the DJ went home happy. The DJ can dictate how a situation occurs. People understand that. Usually those are the ones you want to deal with.
Right.
Yes, but you're right when you said DJs are underestimated, and when you said that they are, if it wasn't for the DJ, there would be no party. There would be, would be nothing happening because you all are the life of the party. No DJ, no party.
Right,
That's just real talk, no matter, so I agree with you totally on that.
And if you don't make the DJ feel good, so imagine if instead of DJs having to wait or anybody having to wait till the end of the party to get paid, and I'm just talking about on a club perspective or whatever. What if it was the other way around and you had to pay the DJ up front and you didn't want to pay so you told him, well, I'm only going to give you this because this is what I feel. Do you think that DJ is going to try to make your party really hot, lit, whatever the label you want, or is he going to say, oh, well, this guy only paid me this much, so I'm only going to give him this much?
Mediocre.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like once people realize the power of music, and not just from a perspective of, oh, I could just get up there and plug in my iPod or my phone and I can let it rotate, and as long as I got the hottest songs on there, everything is going to go smoothly. No, it's a totally different vibe when it's just a playlist versus a live person there, being able to see the crowd, being able to know when to throw on that hot song and all that kind of stuff, or seeing people coming in and saying, ooh, let me turn up the tempo a little bit. iPod can't do that. Unless you got a bunch of mixes.
See them walking in, bebopping their heads and popping their fingers and ready to get on that dance floor and go.
Exactly. That part. Being able to read your atmosphere. Those are all aspects of what make a good DJ versus a lot of these DJs that we have today. To me, anybody can be a DJ. And we're all DJs in the sense, if you love music, you have the potential to be a DJ. But it just, you have to do the extra, building your library, building your audience, things of that nature. That's where all that type of stuff falls in, and what makes a guy that's just up there playing a laptop or a guy that really can set a party on fire.
Right.
Hey, Squaropolis, let me ask you a question. Speaking about that aspect of the DJ and how DJs really get down today, like you said, really anybody can DJ these days. But what is your take on the old school way of DJing opposed to now? I'm not talking about fake DJs, but even being a real DJ, how the game has changed. Do you prefer that? Because it's a lot easier, I'm sure, when you don't have to carry around all your crates and all your equipment.
Right.
Opposed to now, you can have a laptop and different things, but it still determines, but the DJ knows what he's doing. But how do you prefer the old way versus the new way? Do you appreciate, the technology and all that?
So definitely, I would say I do appreciate today's convenience. Now, I'm sitting here looking at my setup now, where I use a controller and my laptop and things of that nature. The convenience is great because I come from there where I had to carry around at least 10 or 20 crates in the car and all that, and had to be selective and make sure I put records in order so I can get a mix right and all that kind of stuff. Whereas now, all I got to do is push a couple of buttons and it can really just rotate off. But what I do miss about the old way is that nothing beats when you have that hot, and I'm not saying you can't get the hottest song now or whatever, but it was a lot tougher to get whatever the hot song was then, because if you weren't a part of a record pool, if you weren't close to that record store that carried that type of stuff, it was a lot harder to find certain vinyl and stuff like that. Whereas now you just go to YouTube or Google or go ahead.
Right. I was gonna say that's what made a DJ even more better, or made a DJ hotter. Was like that. If you had the exclusive record that nobody else had.
Right. Now anybody can get it. And I sit up and watch there's one kind of like DJ documentary, and I can't think of the name now, but the the theme of it is showing different DJs and different DJ failures. And so they went down this line where they showed like there's a famous DJ. He's a Japanese guy, and he gets paid something like between $10,000 and $50,000 every time he does a DJ set in Vegas and stuff.
About.
You know who I'm talking about.
I can't think of his name.
And so they
with the
showed
long hair.
He with the long hair, right? So he was on one of the DJ fails. So he's trying to elevate his game beyond just playing the hot music and stuff. He's also trying to do tricks and just things that, and when I say tricks, I'm not talking about turntable tricks. I'm talking about
like
he might,
Magic
right.
shows.
So there's one he did where he had them set up a trampoline probably about 10 or 20 feet down below, and he set up way up high, and he jumped over his turntable set and missed the trampoline.
Oh,
wow!
But his set was still going, which proved that he's been up there all this time. All his stuff had been pre-recorded, so he not only hurt himself, but he hurt himself as far as showing that he's not doing things live, that he's doing things pre-recorded and stuff, which to me that's like a rapper biting. That's also what I have an issue with, and this is on a whole nother tangent, just on the emceeing and rapping part of hip-hop, how now it's okay to bite, how it's okay to repeat what somebody, whereas you wouldn't be caught dead 30 years ago saying something that somebody else said. Oh, man, they'd be at your front door, you know, that type of thing. But now it's like everybody's saying the same thing.
Hip-hop. That's my number one issue as well. I don't hate on the youngsters, but that's my number one issue is like it's okay to bite now. And that's definitely a no-no. If you know hip-hop like you're supposed to, you would know that. But that shows a lot of people are not, just like we talked about earlier, don't know the elements and know really what hip-hop means or, you know, what it is. They just rap, you know. So I think rap should be put in a different category, rap and hip-hop, just rap, you know. Hip-hop is not being really lived or anything anymore.
No. Right. It's there. To me, the only real hip-hop now, if we exclude all the old school and we just stay with, let's just start from today's Jay-Z. I'm not going to talk about Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z, but today's Jay-Z. So we'll say from the 2000s to current, so the past 20 years. It's like there's only a handful of artists that really understand what hip-hop and what emceeing is. Of the current artists, if you really want to hear real hip-hop, you almost have to find an old school artist that's doing something new now in order to still get an old school feel, if y'all understand what I mean. You have to find somebody that was out in the 80s and 90s, and then they decided to make something in 2010 or 2020. They'll still have that. There's a few that try to change it up, but majority of them, and one of the best in my book, and he's just a nursery rhyme rapper, Too Short. He's never changed how he raps. You've never heard him try to say a ibbity dibbity or try to have a beat that, you know. He switched up with producers, but he still is on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still same perspective, and it still works. It's still proof that real hip-hop will work no matter what era it is. But when you have to go and take somebody else's style, or you have to repeat the same things that over and over, that's what I can't get now. It's today's music is like for them to sit up and repeat it's almost like they're chanting spells or something, and that's what I really think it is. It's like they just really chanting spells that are going to make these youngsters, these millennials, stay on the path that they're on. And that's, like I said, a whole nother tangent. But for hip-hop to stay alive, you have to find somebody that came from that era and tune in to what they're doing now.
Right. Let me ask you this, since we're speaking on that. First, let me ask you, because I got some more I want to add on to that. I want to ask you, first, let me ask you this. What do you think about, I mean, you kind of summed it up, think about today's hip-hop. And before I even say that, we got to give credit at least, that hip-hop is, as they say now by the numbers, the number one genre in music, right, which it never was. But what do you think about hip-hop today overall? And what do you think you can do, or that you do for your part to, if you can, get across real hip hop and try to still, reach the youngsters or people that you do come across or that has advice, that ask for advice? What do you do as far as your part to make sure, like we're talking about now, the message still gets out there to have hope for some of these youngsters to reach back and learn some of what they need to do to push hip-hop forward?
Right. So the first part of that, I have to admit, and I thank Igor for staying on me. I've been one that, if you've listened, just like the mix I sent you on Instagram today, I will force feed people old school hip hop. Someone can hire me now and say that they want new stuff, and I'm going to play what they ask for. I usually make people give me a list of things that they want, especially if they want new things. But I'm still going to force upon you old stuff. I have really tried to maintain everything that I do as far as DJing. You're going to get old school, whether you ask for it or not. I feel it's my duty because that's where I come from, and that's the roots of what I think that they're attempting today. And I say attempting because, to me, today's music is not hip-hop. And I'm not saying everybody. Of course, we got the popular
but the mainstream.
We got your Kendricks. I give a little respect to Drake, but I'm really not on him like everybody else is. I was disappointed in J. Cole until I think he realized that what he was doing in the beginning was not hip hop. But I get it. You have a certain thing that you have to do in order for the mainstream to recognize you. So I get that. And back to what I was just saying a second ago, you really have to find an old school artist that's doing something new to be able to really still get the roots and essence of hip hop. But back to the first part, today's music, like I said, is not hip hop. There's sprinkles of it, and there are my daughter had to kind of open my eyes to a few people that I couldn't tell you their names right now, but I have their music loaded. I don't really listen to today's music. You wouldn't find it on my radio or something like that. But if somebody asks for it, I have it so that way I can fulfill the need. I'm really disappointed in what not only the mainstream but social media, this whole likes thing, and how many likes or how many views or and I get it. It's the same as what the industry was before, where how many record sales you got. Well, now you don't have to have a record label backing you, if you get enough people to tune into your YouTube channel, or you can get Facebook to promote you or boost, as they call it now, or Instagram, and you get enough attention there. Now it's about how much attention you get. And it was then too, but you had to be talented to get the attention. Whereas now you can do something foolish and people are going to pay attention to it. Or if you're just bold enough to do something extreme, it's about extremes now instead of talent.
Right.
So I just really don't listen to it by choice. It has to be imposed upon me. I could sit up and do a young party and have to play a bunch of their music and might hear a few things that make me say, oh, okay, this is all right. Let me go ahead and check out.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was going to ask you too.
Go ahead.
How do you? No, that's what. Since you brought that up, I was going to ask you about that as well. Being a DJ, how about when you have to, or you're asked to DJ certain events where it's a lot of youngsters that listen to a lot of stuff you don't listen to? How do you go about that, and are you prepared for that? And how do you deal with those type of parties?
So that's why I make when it comes to contracted gigs, so to speak, people are hiring me to play a specific genre. Like I said, I make them give me a list of specific songs that they want to hear. And generally I have majority of them because I do take the time to do my DJ homework, and I'll go to Billboard and Cameo's top 40 list. That is the beauty of the internet, is that you can find everything on the internet. So when people ask me for certain things and it's something that I don't listen to, as long as I got the name of the song or the name of the artist, I can generally find it online. There's plenty of websites now. I almost don't see how iTunes is still in business. I understand it's because it's Apple.
They've really been pushed back. It's Apple, but they've been pushed back a lot as far as how the streaming works now.
How it used to be, there's too many sites now where you can get free music. No one should have to really pay. If you do your homework, you can find pretty much anything for free. So,
so now I really went to the stream thing now, really, because of that.
Exactly. Different stations like Pandora and all that, they have, and Spotify and stuff like that, where they have their subscription paid channels and stuff like that, but they also have it for, they understand that the majority of their market can't afford or don't even have the resources to be able to pay for a monthly subscription and stuff, so they make it available. You know, you might not have all the features,
may not have a credit
or all
card.
the access. Yeah, that part, you know. So those things play into how the music is dictated. And a person might not be able to get the full spectrum of the music industry because they don't have a credit card, but they still get maybe 10 of the top songs, so they can have a little something, or they're able to select certain but not everything. And I get it, that's capitalism. That's how they work it. They're going to keep dangling enough in front of you to where you're going to make sure that eventually you're working on trying to get that credit card so you can have all the music. And especially with this younger generation, because they all want to keep up with what everybody else is listening to. So as far as me, like I said, I don't really listen to it, but I make people give me a list of things that they want to hear. Stuff, I go download it and stuff, listen to it. That's all part of the DJ homework. That's where a lot of DJs also fail. They don't do the homework. They don't sit up and you get some DJs that they want to play what they want to hear. You get some DJs that they're only going to play top 40. They're not going to play nothing else. And then you got DJs that understand, hey, sometimes it's good to not only play what you were hired to play, but give them something extra that makes them say either, wow, I haven't heard that in a long time, or wow, what is that? Or who was this? Or you see them pulling out their phone trying to Shazam what you're playing or something. To me, that's
right.
Those are aspects that make your business and your brand keep going, because you are what I call edutaining. You're not only entertaining, but you're educating them onto something new or something different that makes them want to say, ooh, I want to hire him because he had me dancing to something that I didn't even know that was such and such, or, that type of thing. When you spark the mind, it makes it go further versus just the typical thing that they could just go out into their car and they were probably listening to on the way to the party. You want to give them something that they can't turn the channel to or they don't have in their rotation already.
Right. Yep. That makes some great points on how a good DJ should conduct itself. I got some more stuff on the DJ stuff, but let me ask you this: how did you connect with my boy Jeff Quan? How did you guys connect early on?
So we found out about. I guess it's been about 3, 4, maybe 5 years now. We found out that we had a common friend. I knew, so Jeff used to be one of the producers of a show called Home Turf that used to come on in the 80s, early 90s. And that was one of the few shows that spoke on hip-hop and had local artists. In fact, the Coup, Boots was on there back then. And a young lady by the name of Dominique DePrima was the host. And she went to San Francisco State with me and Boots. And so fast forward to now, we found out that we both knew her and just started talking. And the next thing we knew, I forget how we got introduced, but I think me and Igor were trying to get a certain artist to call in to Bay Life, and ended up talking to Jeff because he knew how to get in touch with them. And then we just started connecting with Jeff on getting people to call in, different old school artists and stuff. And then me and Jeff just started connecting when it came to hip-hop shows and stuff like that. And he's always supported me and helped me with different things as far as promotion is concerned, or connecting with artists and stuff like that, and vice versa. If I knew somebody, I'd help him out with by the pound and stuff. And we just found out we knew so many of the same people, and it just clicked.
Right. Yeah, I just want to know that. Shout out to Jeff Quan, man. I would love to actually interview Jeff one day, man, because he has a lot of history. But Jeff don't like to talk a lot.
He's man,
behind the scenes. But he got a lot of history, man. I would love to interview him one day.
A lot. Man, he is a museum of hip hop. Jeff has kicked it with some. I've kicked it with a lot, but Jeff has really kicked it with a lot of hip hop stars. Pioneer. Oh man, he is an icon, but he just don't never like to put it out there.
He don't like
that's the thing.
Right.
He don't like to, he, like you said, man behind the scenes. He don't want nobody to know, oh, this was other than by the pound, BDP. That's all we could say.
Right.
BP.
Right. Wow. Shout out to Jeff, man. Hey, back to this DJ thing, right? Talking about stories.
Yes.
I heard you tell a cold story, man, a while back about speaking about how you conduct yourself as a DJ and the parties you do, and how you started off, and you told one story about how one time you did a party, and you know, you was having a good time. People like, which happens when you're at parties and DJing, especially with friends. People offering you drinks, and you were getting your drink on and doing your thing, having a great time. And then it was by the time at the end of the party when it was time to get paid, and they was like, well, you know, they was like, you want me to pay you for that, like, because you probably was a little tipsy and you know what.
Oh man,
tell that story and tell how you learned from that. Because my thing about that was how you learned from that though. Go ahead.
So this was a like a 4th of July party or something. I know it was summertime, and when I used to still drink, I've been sober now, alcohol wise, for almost 4 years. Thanks to a nice DUI and $15,000 education and all that kind of stuff. But like you said, doing this party and let the young lady whose party it was, let her boyfriend talk me into drinking and stuff. I mean, I didn't have no problem with it, but you know how there's always those people that are going to sit back and just want to watch and see how a person acts once they get a bunch of alcohol. And what better person than the DJ? Right. And so I'm DJing, and I'm not even really playing. I'm just partying because I'm always partying to myself. If nobody dances at a party, I'm not going to be mad. Of course, I'm going to be worried about if the host or promoter is mad, which most likely they would be, because that's the purpose of the DJ, is to get people dancing. But I'm going to always enjoy myself because I love music. So I'm partying to myself, so to speak. And the end of the party, the young lady, it wasn't her, it was her mom. And her mom, when it came time, I packed up everything, and I'm standing around and just waiting. And her mom was like, you want us to pay for that? And I was like, pay for what? I didn't do my job. She said, you was cutting off the song and da-da-da. And I was like, oh, no, you know, but I'm tipsy, so it was going in one ear and out the other. And I'm like, well, ma'am, if you not, because I've always been with anything, this is hair cutting or DJing, if you're not satisfied, I don't want the money. Because I never want somebody to say, oh, he burnt us or whatever. You can say I messed up and didn't do a good job, but you won't say I didn't do a good job and I charged you. I don't want money for not doing my job. That to me is stealing. So I told her, I said, no, you don't. If you weren't satisfied, I don't want anything. And that just really resonated in my head, on top of, like I said, the DUI and stuff. That told me, hey, it's time to slow this down. Because before that, I had been drinking since I was damn near a kid, probably about 12, 13 years old. You know, not heavily young, but as I got older and partying and all that. But the early party days, we used to drink everything under the sun, from Cisco to Thunderbird to, it didn't matter. If it was alcohol, we was on. And so
it could have saved your life then.
Right. Oh, yeah, it did. Because like I said, I haven't touched alcohol in almost 4 years now. And I'm noticing a total difference when I do a club, or I do a wedding, or something where I know it's going to be a bunch of drinking and stuff. It's like now I'm just sitting here looking at people, and I can smell the alcohol before people even get up close to me and stuff. It's just my perspective now is more focused. It's more in tune with what needs to be done. And I still enjoy myself and still party to myself, but at the same time, I'm on a sugar rush or a music rush now, or Mary Jane, You know, that
right.
I ain't never had no problems with Mary, other
Right.
than when we're go ahead.
Isn't it something when you stop doing something and you see people that are doing it and you was like,
Right.
I'll speak for myself, you'd be like, well, damn, I used to be just
Right.
like that.
I
That
used
would
to
be me.
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it'd be
That
like, wow, I
part.
can't, yes, and it'd be like,
Right.
how embarrassing, but at the time you didn't even know
Right.
that you was embarrassing yourself.
Right, that part.
Yeah.
And I had, on top of that, had to really think back to times I might have been DJing in San Francisco and drunk out of my brain, but I made it home and woke up the next morning and didn't remember how I got home. And, you know, I started thinking about, man, I could have killed some people on the way and, you know, wouldn't have never knew, you know, that I had did that or something, or just horrible thoughts of what I could have done and everything, and it just really woke me up to say, hey, that it was a combination of those things, and my wife chewed me out one time, just really tough, because I had came home drunk but was trying to hide it, and she was like, you know, I think I had drunk some or not drunk, but I rinsed my mouth out thinking that was going to get rid of it and stuff. And gave her a kiss, and she was like, and she just laid into me. Yeah, she laid into me, you know, you jeopardizing not only your life, but the kids' life and all this kind of stuff. And I just really, after that, I didn't touch no more. To this day, I don't even want to be around it now. I'm scared of mouthwash now. It's like, and I think I tasted a cap full of Jack Daniels one time, and I think I got a headache like 5 minutes later. And that was just my reminder. You don't need no alcohol. Your body now is
healthier.
Set. Yeah,
yes.
And she shows me pictures of, like, on Facebook memories and stuff, how my skin was turning the whole different color, you know, that because I was just drinking too much and just thinking that I needed to be in the club and party and all this kind of stuff and everything. I can still party, but I can still party at home, you know. And we have more fun here at the house than I've ever had in the club. So, you know.
That part.
That alcohol is not your friend.
It's a beast. It's a cold beast.
It's a bit. Yes, it's the reason why they call it spirits, because that's what you're drawing in, some bad spirits.
Ashe.
Hey, DJ Squaropolis.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. I know you've been around a long time, and you probably, did DJing on radio, like your local, like, station radio, and now you do internet radio, which I'm sure you enjoy.
Yeah.
But over the years, that's my question. What do you enjoy better, and why?
Better between what and what?
Well, I know you probably
which I like better.
Yeah, which do you prefer? I'm sure you do what you do now, but what is the difference, like, with doing internet radio opposed to local radio, where you being heard, throughout the city or whatnot, opposed to doing internet type radio, where you can really reach way more people? But tell us the difference and how that was maybe back in the day.
And less censorship, because I've DJ'd on there's a radio station in San Francisco called KPOO. That's one of the main radio stations that you were able to hear hip-hop back in the 70s and 80s. Another one by the name of KALX, which is UC Berkeley's radio station. That was another one that played hip-hop in the early 80s when it wasn't mainstream yet. And then one called KZSU, which is Stanford University's radio station. Those three stations, before there was even a cameo, when those 3 stations were playing old school hip hop, KMEL was a rock station. They weren't even playing hip hop and R&B. It was in fact their logo was, it looked like the same little camel that's on the Camel cigarettes.
Right, cigarette. I heard about that.
Yeah, that's how KMEL was back then.
Short said that too in one of his raps when they tried to ban him. Like, y'all used to be a rock station, man. Right.
It used to be a rock station. So then, before there was internet and all that kind of stuff, I was blessed that I got a chance to DJ, not on a regular, but just like do a guest set because I knew the DJs then. The thing with Celestial is it's only, like you said, local. So you're heard around here and you're heard in people's cars and stuff like that, but you can't do like you can now, where I can sit up and send out a blast on social media and let everybody know that, hey, I'm finna, just like I did a couple of days ago, I did what all the DJs are doing now, doing the Facebook Live and stuff like that.
Right.
I was able to just send out a blast an hour beforehand and get people to check me out and stuff like that. Whereas with the Celestial, if they're not sitting in front of their stereo or they're not in their car, they're not going to hear you.
Yeah, they missed it. They missed it.
And to even combine the convenience now, if people miss me now, I can record it and then put it all over Facebook and Instagram and text it to people. And, that's the beauty of technology now versus. So I've never really been fond of Celestial because of those reasons right there, that you have to be selective. Yeah, you're big time. You're on KMEL or whatever. But if you're way out in Atlanta, nobody's hearing KMEL. Or if you're way in Hong Kong, nobody's hearing KMEL. Except for now, since the internet, since
you got the
iHeartRadio and all that, you get the app and be able to listen. And then, even then, is that live or is that pre-recorded or whatever?
It's pre-recorded most of the time. It's pre-recorded.
Yeah, exactly. So, whereas the beauty of Bay Life Radio, we're live all the time. We do play pre-recorded mixes and stuff. I always make a bunch of mixes and just send it to him and let him play them at his will. But majority of the stuff on there is live, and since it's the internet, it's the World Wide Web. We've had people call in from Australia or, things like that, that to me, you're on a broader scale. And then not to even mention the censorship. I don't have to worry about playing nothing but radio edits on Bay Life or all day play. But if I'm playing on KMEL, I can't play Dolphin Beat by Too Short. I could. There's whereas I can kill it and play an hour worth of Too Short on the internet. I can play what I want to. So those are things that I do like about today's. It's a lot of convenience and things that we had to struggle with in the 80s and 90s that we don't have to struggle with now and stuff. So I do appreciate that, but just coming from that era, there's always things that make me say, man, I do kind of miss that and stuff like that. I always love the touch of touching records versus my controller using although I'm used to it now and can probably play it blindfolded, but nothing.
Do you still have your
touching the record?
You still have your record collection, your vinyl collection?
Oh yeah, it's all in storage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll call myself trying to save it for when I'm gone. Somebody can go in there and take them out and hopefully at least get some money for them. Or I got a picture that I have here of my daughter when she was about 3 years old. In this old apartment I used to stay in, I had all my records stacked in the hallway, and the picture shows her standing next to the crates, and the crates are like almost to the ceiling, and here's this little girl standing right there smiling with her hand on the crates and stuff. And I told her, I said, you make sure when I'm gone and you're still here, you go get those records, and if you ain't gonna use them, at least get some good money for them.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's just hard because, like you said, now that is becoming more and more obsolete, opposed to this DJs who can still do that and like to do that. But it's really becoming way obsolete, just like CDs, but definitely records. Because I have my father, he passed away some years ago, and he was a DJ, a big DJ in the 80s and, and 90s, and he had a lot of records, and that was the thing when he passed. I wanted to go through the records, and I did, but even that's been some years ago, and unfortunately now I haven't even went across them in years. It's because how it is. You're not really, the records. You just don't need. It's just so easy, like you said, to just tap in and get whatever you need. You don't really deal with it, but it's definitely great to have that, that collection because. That you're a real DJ. You can go back and dig up your crates, so. That's a beautiful thing, and it'll probably come back around one day. Definitely just on the collector's tip, because the world moves around. It'll come back around. I'm sure.
Well, yeah, actually, they are pressing up records and stuff now on a more consistent basis because DJing has become so popular. And these different companies are making their versions of the 1200 and stuff like that. Like Pioneer remade they bought the rights to the Technique 1200. Rain has their version. There's different companies that have record players now and stuff like that. So they're starting to. You just have to find the places or go online and Google where there's different aspects and places that will press up the fund. And in fact, they even have where you can get vinyl pressed up. I found this out going to see Jazzy Jeff and DJ Scratch during their vinyl tour, where they were doing everything with 45s. They had 45s pressed up with old school hip hop songs on them. Because 45s, if you come from that era, that was nothing but R&B. Yeah. There was very few hip hop songs on 45. But I just seen with my own eyes just this past summer, they did, both of them did a whole at least an hour each of scratching and mixing old hip hop songs, along with like what they sampled, the originals, and then mixed in the hip hop version. But it was all on 45, so they had to have them made. Then I talked to one of their folks, and they explained, there's I forget where he said that the company was, but there's a company, and it's probably not the only company, but they're pressing up. You can contact them and let them know what you want. And of course, I don't know what the price is on it or whatever, but you get a whole bunch of hip hop. And then I've also seen like at different, I don't know if you're familiar with Hyro Day, what we have out here with the hieroglyphics they have every Labor Day weekend, where they block off major city blocks, and there's thousands of people, and they have like at least 50 hip-hop artists perform. And it's an all-day event, and they usually have vendors that are there with like just boxes and boxes of 45s, and a lot of times they have old school hip hop on 45 and stuff like that. I'm like, where are these guys getting this from? That's what I would love to have. I'd start setting up my 1200s again if I could get all 45s, because then you could carry that around. They had a box with maybe,
and that's how they mix with the new stuff, right? With the, it's like a small, almost like a disc, like a 45,
right?
You know,
exactly.
Yeah,
that part. So
that's
it's
so
like,
funny.
man.
I grew up on 45s, little 45s with a little colorful disc that you put in the middle to put on the player.
That you put in the middle.
And you had to have the thing. You had to have the joint in the middle. What was that thing? Square? Yeah,
that little plastic disc right there.
Yeah, the little plastic disc. It was in different colors. I grew up on those. And the little box. They used to have the little box portable record players that you can carry with you. Because we would always want one for Christmas, because I come from a large family, so I grew up on them 45s. Like, wow, just to hear you say 45s, it just takes you back to the childhood.
Man,
that's a real DJ. And Square, you had the 45s, you had the 12 inches, of course, with the singles, the B-side, but you even had shit like the 33s. Didn't they have the 33 inch or something like that? Yeah. Wow.
I got a crate in here that I brought out of storage just for the wife to, she went and bought a little portable record player that comes in like a little suitcase. And she has it in here in our room, so I went and got one of the crates out with some R&B in it and stuff. And every now and then I come in the house and she's in here cleaning up, and she got the record player going instead of you know, playing
you can
on
just
her phone
USB
and her
it now,
Bluetooth
right?
and stuff.
Got this technology,
but and so it has the little RCA jacks, and I got a little. They have. Bluetooth transmitters now that fit in your pocket and just plug into and play off of. So that's what she does now, and she just has her little record player going and stuff while she in there cleaning up.
That's real old school. We had one.
Yes,
that's good. That technology can do that now. That's a good thing about that.
I mean, it even has the little arm on it, if you guys remember.
Right.
It has,
for the needle.
Of course, the tone arm that you put the needle down on. But I'm talking about that little arm that used to hold the record up. So if you had like two, if you had two or three records,
so
you set them on top of, and they just dropped it. Right. It even has that on there. I was like, damn, they really did their research, you know.
Right. I think Fingerhut carries those too. Carries something like that. Yeah, they do. Fingerhut has something like that.
Wow. Way back. Hey, Square. Let me take a caller right quick. Somebody wants to wants to tap in. Go to the phone line.
Okay.
Caller, hello. Caller, hello. Okay.
Hello.
Well, they press.
Hello.
Hello, caller. You're live on the air.
Hi, G-Lew. It's Jane. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, Jane? How you doing?
Not much. Hi, Queen.
Hey, how you doing, Jane?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, babe. I'm on bed rest. I'm all right. I just want to say welcome to DJ. I won't dare try to say your name because I know I'll mess it up.
That's okay. Square is fine.
But thank you so much, all the knowledge you gave tonight. It's really good to hear. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate you listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Jane.
Yeah, I am. I'm on bed rest. I see the doctor next Wednesday, finally. But I'm hanging in there. You guys take care. Peace and love. I miss y'all.
Miss you too. Peace and love.
Thank you, Jane. Much love.
Much love.
All righty. Anybody else out there wants to speak, you could press 1. We got DJ Squaropolis. You could just call it Square, you know, if you think it's a complication with the name. Tell us, man, I heard this story before, and you kind of mentioned it earlier, but tell us about the name, man, and how you got the name and why you took that name on.
So, I mean, I've had various names. throughout the career. The first one, DJO or Ouma. The Ouma comes from Kenya, and it means born through cesarean section, which I was. I adopted that back in college.
That's deep.
In fact,
I thought that was the name or something.
Yeah, no. Birth name is Rodney, but I've never been one to follow the crowd or anything like that. So my eyes were open when I went to state and stuff, and just adopted a whole new perspective once I started learning about knowledge of self and about my people and culture and stuff. So that's where the DJO comes from. That was the first. And then a friend of mine by the name of Supreme that also went to San Francisco State with me, he gave me Music Man because my love for music and always trying to keep the soul and stuff in the party versus when we would do sets together, he'd let me open up different parties for him, and I'd always have some soul music playing and I'd save all the hip-hop hits for him and stuff since he was the headliner. Fast forward to after Music Man, hung with that for a while, Music Man on Ouma, and then I start really trying to add a perspective of, I guess, nerdiness to my persona as far as a DJ. There'd be times when I do parties and have on a bow tie and some glasses with the tape in the middle or things of that nature, just adding some flair to the thing, and it just kind of, people start calling me a square, so I stuck with it, and I've always had the perspective on my life that I've always been a square, even though I grew up in Oakland and all that kind of stuff. I just always been one that if the crowd was going one way, I went another. So when I would tell people, oh, I'm the squarest guy you'll ever meet, and then, oh, no, you ain't no square, I said, oh, I got to think of something that's going to show that I'm squarer than anybody. So then I just started thinking, and I think I was sitting up one day, I might have been watching Transformers or something like that, and thinking of like Optimus Prime and Galactus, and and I said, let me put something together that's going to make it sound like Metropolis, like something major. And I said, oh, Squaropolis. It just popped in my head, and I've just stuck with it ever since.
Wow, strong. That's deep. Yeah. Very strong.
And I just really try to stick with a square mentality because I really feel like, first of all, what is a square? It's a nerd, it's a geek, somebody that's book smart but not necessarily street smart. Well, I'm street smart, but I really choose not to utilize it unless necessary. I really try to stay in a square lane and stuff like that because I feel like squares tend to go a lot farther in life. They have, not saying that they don't have problems and they don't do bad, but I think when you try to stay on a learning curve and try to better yourself, I think that's what a square is. And I try to be as square as possible every day God wakes me up.
It's good to be a square. It's just like you said earlier at the beginning of the show when you were talking about just being at peace. When you're a square, you can definitely be at peace because you're not with all the other points of the other things, So it's good to be a square. When people would call me a square, call me a geek. Remember back in the day, they would be like, "Oh, you homie," like that was such a bad thing to be homie.
Right. Before you used
like,
to call somebody your homie.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That part. See,
right.
The youngsters don't know about that, but we'd be like, "Oh, you
They
homie?"
don't know about that. Yeah.
I stay behind the gate, the steel gate.
Right.
Yes, I'm homie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So square is good. It's not a bad thing.
Yes. Oh no, I know it's not. I try, like I said, I try to stay as square as possible.
That's what's up. DJ Squaropolis.
Yes,
DJ
sir.
Squaropolis. Tell us something. Tell our audience, man. Almost in closing, what is something about Squaropolis that they don't know that the public is not privy to, or something that they have a misconception about you, or anything that you want the people to know about you that they don't know that they can take from this interview?
Well, let me see. One thing that I can say that people may not know is I get a lot of inspiration, and she's probably going to beat me up for this, but my wife is, she should be a DJ, and she's one of the main factors in why I do what I do, and this is what I mean by that. We have been friends for over 30 years. She's been around since the beginning of my DJ career and has been one of my biggest supporters. She is one of the few people that I can say might know music better than I do. And a lot of things that I hear her just playing around the house, or when we're in the car, or just things that she puts up on her Facebook, or things that she does with her business. She does a decoration and bedazzling type business where they put the rhinestones and everything on everything. And a lot of times she makes videos to advertise what she's made, and she'll put different songs in the background. And I get a lot of inspiration and a lot of musical knowledge from my wife. I could say from my mother first and foremost, because my mama imposed it on me. Meaning I was the kid that when they had the house party and everybody, all the grown-ups were downstairs drinking, smoking, playing dominoes, cards, all that kind of stuff. Me and my cousins were the ones that, come change this record, or go fix me this, or go bring me this, or whatever the case. So I heard a lot of stuff that I love now, but as a kid, of course, you're not thinking that you're going to grow up and love those songs.
Right.
But fast forward to my wife, I can honestly say, as many DJs as I know, and as long as I've been in the music industry, I can really say that my wife has really inspired me musically, just on a knowledge aspect, just hearing some of the stuff that she listens to, or if I look at her Spotify list or things of that nature, she has opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, both old and new school. I can say between her and my daughter, with the new school, because I always ask them, because they listen to everything. But my wife has really been a musical inspiration to me. And I know a lot of people would never guess that.
Right.
And she's beautiful, too.
Oh, yes. Yes. One of the most beautiful women in the world.
Yes. A real queen, goddess, soul sister, all that.
Yes. ass kicker, the whole nine.
Yes, and thank you for the invite too for your page.
Oh, I appreciate y'all's support, and I just try to keep hip hop and real music alive as long as I can. As long as God puts air in my lungs and wakes me up every morning, music will be at the forefront of what I try to push on people.
Right. Wow. Well, we definitely, man, appreciate this interview, man. This history lesson. Really, it wasn't an interview. It was just history, man, and inside the mind of DJ Squaropolis, man. Great interview, bro, and I just really appreciate, like I said, this is our second time. First time we had some difficulties, but I'm glad the Most High made it happen, man, and we were able to connect tonight,
right.
And you were able to bless our show, man, with so much knowledge and insight, man, in the mind of Squaropolis, man, because you're a real deep guy, man, and I really respect your intellect, man. And we talked about this before the first time you were going to come on. We were real excited, Queen, as well, because we just, we dug into you and we just seen the intellect, even though you're a very calm guy and everything, but we knew it was a deep part of you and, your soul and your history and, like you said, knowledge of self and how you conduct and carry yourself. We really respected that. So
thank you.
We were glad you were able to come on tonight, man, and we really appreciate this interview.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I'll let you know, Jeff told me that he would take away my DJ card if I didn't make up for that last time I was supposed to be on here. So I've been rehearsing and everything.
Hey, I even made Jeff come on that night. I'm like, Jeff, you got to come on it.
Right.
Queen, I said, Jeff, you got to come on and tell the people this one. I ain't even going to do
right.
it.
Yeah.
He came
but
on.
He
doesn't like to
why.
talk. Jeff don't talk. So he came on and did that.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
You have to really force him.
I said, tell him the reason why you had Jeff come on.
I had him do that because it was like the week before, I believe, or something like that. We had the same thing. It was just like a couple straight mishaps, and especially when we were really excited, like about the show. We were excited about you coming on and really ready. Queen did a research and all of that. So it was just a big you know what I mean? And then I didn't want to look like, because I was like back to back. So people looking at me like, G-Lew, what's going on? You know what I mean? So I'm like, Jeff, you got to come on and tell these people that they just not going to believe me, just even though it wasn't that serious, but Jeff, he didn't have to, but he came on and he did that, man. So shout out to Jeff and shout out to you, man, for coming back and, just coming back and keeping your word, man. It's really respectable, commendable.
I appreciate it because I feel like that's all we really have when it's all said and done. You can have all the resources, all the money, all the wealth, everything, but if your word ain't nothing, you really ain't nothing. And I just feel like that's something that we have to try to work on. I'm not a saint, and nor am I trying to be, but I do firmly believe in keeping my word if I'm going to do anything else. It don't cost you nothing to keep your word.
No.
Right, that part.
So we appreciate it. Thoroughly enjoyed
we definitely appreciate you, man. Hey, before you go, Square, can we get a drop for the G-Lew show, please, so we can have it in the archives? It don't got to be much, whatever you can say. Just give a shout out to the G-Lew show, G-Lew and Queen Jean, and whatever else you want to say.
Okay, well then I'm going to say it like this. You are tuned in to the G-Lew show with the Queen Jean herself. This is Squaropolis, the nerdiest guy on planet Earth, showing appreciation to these people for allowing the Square guy to do what he does. Y'all stay tuned to the G-Lew show. I appreciate you.
That part.
That
Perfect.
cool.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that was.
I don't want no trouble.
That was pretty fly. That was pretty fly for a Square guy.
No trouble.
I don't want no trouble. Now, may I ask you guys a question?
Yes, sir.
How can I, if I can, listen to this interview because I'd like to play it for the missus.
That's an easy question.
What do I need to do?
Queen.
You can just go to our YouTube page. It's the G-Lew Show, and it will be posted later tonight or tomorrow. But you definitely go to our YouTube page, and it's the G-Lew Show. And blogtalkradio.com/the G-Lew Show. But definitely our YouTube page, it'll be up there. So for, you or your wife or anybody else who may have missed it, you can just refer them to that and go to our page, like and subscribe. And you can also see other interviews from other people that you may know as well in our archives. But, tell your queen blessings to her and blessings to your family and prosperity on your journey.
I appreciate it. They said thank you for allowing me to do my interview, Mom. She said okay.
Hey, Square. I'll
yes,
actually too. So so in case you forget or whatever, I'll send you the links as well. As soon as they're ready and posted, I'll send you the links personally. So I got your number here, so I'll send you the links as well. So you'll have them, straight up. You could just click on and you'll be ready.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Much love. Good evening. Much love to you and your queen, bro. Thank you again.
All right. You guys have a good evening.
All right, man.
Okay. Peace and love.
You too.
Peace and love,
Square.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, man, another great one in the can, man. The G-Lew Show, DJ Squaropolis. Shout out to Jeff Quan, BTP Media for making it happen. It's the G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesdays. And Queen, thank you as well for assisting me. Great questions and everything. You're my right hand, so you're always there. Appreciate you, Queen. It was a great interview, another classic. We have an archive, like Queen said. Go to the YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. You can get this interview and all the past interviews we did, or just go to Blog Talk Radio as well. You can get all the interviews there as well. But shout out to Squaropolis, man, BTP Media. Also, shout out to 93 Point Tweed FM-ism. If you ain't knowing, tomorrow night it goes down in a real way. Tweed got a special guest on there, man. This lovely lady who calls herself it's hard to say because I don't want to be disrespectful, Queen. What is the title?
It's called because I got checked today, Cecilia Robinson, Memoirs of a Cold-Blooded Bitch. So it's okay to say that because that's what it's going to be. A cold-blooded bitch. And that's tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific on the Tweed FM After Cruise Mix. blogtalkradio.com/93 Tweed FM, or you can dial 347-855-8436. Tweed and this queen and G-Lew would be on that show, and I would definitely be tuned in tomorrow for this.
That part. Everybody, you better be tuned in. You're supposed to be locked down anyway. It's supposed to be a curfew in most of these cities across the country. So make sure you tuned in tomorrow night, 93 Point Tweed FM-ism. And if you got any requests, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you the homies' email so you can email them the request. Don't call up that night like, you be doing on my show. I'll let you guys slide with the shit. But Tweed, he ain't having it. So email him now if you want a special request, tweedcadillac.com. Or Tweed, what is it at Yahoo? I don't know.
Tweed Cadillac at yahoo.com.
There it is. And email the homie.
Then, that's the email address. Yeah, and when he has a guest, I don't believe that there are any requests that would be taken. It's when he doesn't have a guest. So, usually when he have a guest, he don't take requests because he has a guest, so they're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but
just
it
in the
depends
future,
how long they on. They may only be on short. So either way, for the future references, whatever, just email tweedcadillac at yahoo.com and send in your request, or go to his website tweedcadillac.com so you can get tuned in to everything he has going on, past shows, apparel. All of that right there, music, because Tweed used to be a rapper in his earlier days as well. You might have heard of him, Penthouse Players, DJ Quick. But, just tap in with the homie, man. Shout out to Tweed Cadillac, my sponsor, my brother, mentor. my loved one. Shout out to
We got
Snow
some cold
Brown
crates.
Westside. Nah, he owns the crates. He don't dig in
Well,
the, yeah,
Tweed-
he has some cold crates. He owns the
Yes.
crates. He don't dig in the crates, he owns
Yes.
them. Shout out to
Yes.
Uncle Tweed. Hey, shout out to Westside Car Club. Snow Brizzle just checked in. He just stepped in the house tonight. He over there with his brim on, two-stepping with Miss Melody. Shout out to Snow Brizzle, Westside Car Club. Skip towing if you need your car towed or you lock out, whatever the hell. Call him, get at him, check him out on Facebook or whatever. He'll tap in with you. Shout out to Snow Brizzle. Shout out to Dee Dee Harrison, our lovely family member who's going through her own, things right now. So she's just shout out to Dee Dee, Pamela Hunter. Shout out to Miss Jane out there. Shout out to who else is tapped in with us? I can't even see all the people, but everybody out there, much love to you. I just want to show love before we continue.
Shout out to Mama Boo.
We got a few. Mama Boo Boo. Shout out to Mama Boo and Cynthia Nunn. They got some, this weekend they got their giveaway and their food drive that they do. So tap in with them. Mama Boo, follow her on Facebook or Instagram, Mama Boo 132 or Mama Boo on Facebook, and you can get the updates on what they got going on. And also Cynthia Nunn, the lady OG from Compton, Triple OG. She's going to be on our podcast this weekend, episode 13, 14, I don't know, 13.
It's episode 13.
Yeah, she's gonna be,
Look at that.
My God. Wow.
Episode 13. Also,
yeah, that's going to be big.
Happy birthday to Goldie of my tribe. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday to you,
Thank
sir.
You, Queen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Goldie.
Yeah.
What up, Goldie? What that Altadena like? Shout out to Goldie, man. Happy birthday, man. My tribe
And
rides,
his
man.
queen.
Many
Yeah.
more. That's a great dude right there. Great dude and his lady. Heavenly as well. We need them shirts, though. You need to send us some shirts so we can represent over here on the G-Lew show. Show us some love over here. But shout out to Heavenly and the homie Goldie. Happy birthday, homie. Celebrate. You know what I mean? And much love to you all. Shout out to my daughter, Deidre Alyssa. Shout out to all my family, friends, loved ones. I can't name them all, but I love you. Shout out to you all. Shout out to Queen Jean. Let me go to the phone line. The homie just tapped in. He wants to come in because, we got a few minutes left before we take it to these after hours. And we're going live tonight. We're going to start some new shit this after the after hours on live on YouTube, man. I don't know. I'm getting the bug a little bit. But what up, Snow Brizzle?
What's
he
up?
told me I need to do it. What up, though? What's cracking?
I'm just chilling, man. Got my personality times 9, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to double time what you were saying on the shout outs. You feel me?
Right. What's going on though, homie? I heard it through the grapevine. You about to get a little lowrider, man. What's happening?
Oh yeah, man. I'm a Chevy dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to get me
you don't fuck with the caddies, huh? You're not a Cadillac man.
Man, nothing against the Cadillac dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because we love the Cadillacs and I like jumping in your cab. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I'm a Chevy dude. I want to hear something that got back vocals. You know what I'm saying? Because I like how my shit make.
Right. I ain't mad at you. So what we got coming to the collection?
Oh, we got a 82 two-door box. You know what I'm saying? 10 batteries, 2 pumps, frame. Caprice. A Chevy box. Caprice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that funky Westside CC touch on it. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Everybody good. Though I missed some of the interview. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to your interviewer and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Squaropolis. It was a cool interview, man. Cool dude, really laid back. Nigga was like real laid back. You gotta have patience. Nigga was like real laid back. He had some personality. You know what I'm saying? The homie was real just cuz had some real personality right there, man. Squareopolis, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have patience with him. But that was a real dude, man. Real deep guy. It was a great interview, man.
Genuine, humble.
Yeah.
Personality. You know what I'm saying? Some of my homies.
Right. That's right. Hey, speaking of the lows and all of this and back bumpering and shit. Hey, tomorrow, man, it's the anniversary of a legend, homie. Tell us, man, I know you know what I'm talking about, But tell us, man, one of your memories or a memory or fond memory of what you appreciated or loved about, one of the godfathers of this West Coast G-Rap, man. It's his anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? I just dig the whole get down in the history of where it all comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean,
that's right. Hey, no, sir, I really don't know what you're talking about, but I'll just put my 2 cents in, nigga. So,
you crazy.
It's all good, Snow. No, I don't have a clue what the fuck you talking about, dude. But I'm gonna play along with it. You feel me? Because I'm your home. I'm your home. So I'm gonna play along with it, but I don't have an idea what the fuck you talking about. Oh my God. I'm talking about it, Snow. You know it. Hey, I'm talking about the homie, man. I'm talking about G-Lew.
Oh my God, G-Lew, you crazy.
No, I'm nigga Snow, man. I have no idea. I called early. Nigga, you ain't have no idea what I was talking about, but you were like, yeah, I appreciate the whole get down. All of that right there, the history.
Why you
like, nah.
Cause you nigga.
No.
Cause that's a cold one, though. That's a cold one, cuz.
I'm gonna call it out, bro. I was talking about.
That's all great, nigga. It's all love, cuz. Oh God. I gotta pour something in my cup, man. You tripping?
I love you, Snow. Hey, Snow,
I love you too, cuz.
You got a caller out there. Caller, hello.
Good evening.
Caller, hello.
I knew it.
Let me straighten up. Let me get my deep voice
on. You better straighten it up.
Yeah, I straighten up. I'm sorry. Let me straighten up, button up my shirt. Pull my pants down.
Check it out, man. All right, check it out,
man.
To
come in. I got him.
You didn't have to bust out the homie or nothing, man, because he played it off, man, with precision.
Yeah.
So, hey, Snow. Hey. Nobody would have known.
I knew what was going down, bro. I was trying to get you to come into this program, bro.
Oh, man. Wow, you said the magic word. Man, hey, man, tomorrow is that day. And
yes,
also, due to the virus, Rose Hill Cemetery is going to be closed tomorrow, so can't go up there, to the grave site. I just got that word also. But,
okay.
Man, what a great dude.
I know you got
man. He introduced me to the
world.
world.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes, sir. Go ahead,
he introduced me to the world. So, man, I have nothing but great things and great memories, man, to say about that dude, man. May he rest in peace. The funny thing about it, I used to think I was short, right? But I realized, damn, I'm not that short when I was standing next to that nigga. And that nigga was shorter than me. So, man, he made me feel tall. Man, he made me feel tall. Right. He made me stand tall. He made me walk tall, man. And, man, Easy was cool, man. God bless
Hey,
you.
how was his Jerry curl in person, man? Was his curl pretty cold, or was it dried up?
Oh, yeah, he was on tight.
Did he have it laid
out?
No.
The nigga was all... Man, he stayed moisturized, man. The nigga stayed moisturized, man. Man, he probably had good Fred on the line and stuff. Because I don't think it was Stay Soft Fro. He probably had that good Fred oil. Now, that's always his shit. But, yeah, man, Easy was cool.
That's right.
All the way cool, man.
Real cool dude, man. That's why I knew.
They actually decided to postpone because the Ruthless Family album was supposed to drop tomorrow, but they decided to postpone it because of the virus thing. So so man, here's some snippets. If you go to ruthlesspropaganda.com, you'll be able to hear like a 10-minute snippet of all the songs, all the artists, and man, it's gonna be hot. Man, hotter than I thought. I was privy to be able to listen to it, not in its entirety, but the sampler, and it's like, wow. It's gonna
are
be
you
very
a part
nice.
of that tweet?
Actually, I am. I think I'm track I think it's 13. I'm not sure what number, but for some reason 13 sticks into my head. But man, I got a solo joint on there, and everybody, man, Crazy Bone, Bud Law, Drayster, PG Knockout, Cocaine, and Am, man, it's a nice ass album.
Wow.
It's gonna be well worth it.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't know that.
It's called Disciples.
It was official or not.
Yeah,
okay. I've been seeing that online heavy. Disciples of
Eve.
I've been seeing that online a lot. But I didn't know
it was supposed to drop tomorrow. It was supposed to drop tomorrow, man, because like the anniversary was actually today, but if the album was supposed to drop tomorrow, but they just postponed it for whatever reason, powers that be. But man, it's nice. It's nice. It's some spitums on there, boy. It's nice. It's nice. So man, y'all be on the lookout for that.
Definitely look for that. We will. We
will
definitely.
That, man, great show as usual.
Thank you, sir.
Man.
That's another history in the making right there.
Oh yes, man. You never cease to amaze me, G-Lew. I'm inspired. You inspire me. You motivate and inspire me, man. So, man, it's gonna be all right, man.
Thank
you.
On
our way to the promised land.
Hey, Quiet Kev, can I speak something on that, man? I just want to say that both of you brothers, Tweed and G-Lew, my brother, and even my sister, Jean, you know what I'm saying? You guys inspire me and make me smile a little bit more when I live, you know what I'm saying, when my frown is down. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to you, jumping on the show, Tweed show, being homies with y'all. It just, you guys are inspiration, homie, period. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate
all y'all, that. All three of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Rev Ali, Jane, you know what I'm saying, Malik, you know what I'm saying, Flossie, you know what I'm saying, Hank the Gangster, all that. All y'all inspiration, I mean, y'all lift my head up when I hear y'all, when I talk to y'all, when I get texts. Thank you, homies. All of y'all.
Wow.
Real talk.
Man.
Well,
man, thank you, homie.
Yes.
Much love.
Thank you as well.
We appreciate it.
Thank you as well.
For real, man.
Because,
because you inspire me too. So, you know, with your videos and when you go live and you know, so you're an inspiration as well. So back at you, thank you.
And I wish I would have had my chippers up because I damn sure, man, would have bought that Cadillac. So I'm lucky guys.
That Cadillac was cold, right?
Because you a Chevy man, but some guy is about to be a happy
is cold,
camper.
man. I love that caddy, for real.
Man, it is, man.
I would have loved it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. The Cadillac clean, man, but I need me another box. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather put some money into something that I enjoy than something that just looks super clean. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, well, that motherfucker looks super clean, and I would have enjoyed it. And believe me,
that's right.
Well,
I can take it to your house, Cat. I can take it to your house, Tweed, on Friday. Don't trip. I ain't got to go to Fontana. I can go to your house. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah, probably, but then you probably gonna want 10,000 as soon as you blow the horn in front of the door.
Nah, homie, don't even trip, bro. We gonna talk about it. Ain't nowhere near that, but we gonna talk about that when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure I get
there.
Right. That's what's up.
Damn, that motherfucker's tight, man.
Yeah, it is. I really like that caddy. I thought you would have been able to bring it here before you sold it, man. I wanted you to bring it. Man, but it's all good.
Hey, G-Lew, I fuck around. Might stop around in Atlanta and pick your ass up and bring you to Cali with me. You gotta be quiet.
Hey, I already told you, boy. I already told you that's tempting, man. But I know you pulling up like tomorrow or something, man. That's like real short, you know, on me to make a move. But man, you know, it's all good, man. You got to do what you got to do, and you want that Chevy, man. So make it happen, Snow. Make it happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, West Side. You know how we do it.
All the time. Hey, since we got the family on here before you check out, let me bring in the homie because I know he wants to speak, holler at everybody. It's a family affair. Caller, hello.
Good evening.
Look at
What's
him.
going on?
You try to hit us.
I'm trying to disguise that voice, right?
Right. Yeah, I kind of did that Tweed voice. He raised me half my life. I got to give it to him. The brother was a good brother. He looked out for me and everything on the real. And Tweed didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Really though, because Tweed was over there with Aladdin. He didn't have to really extend his hands to Rev Ali. But he did, man, and he was consistent and he was sincere. You know what I'm saying? Tweed, he be acting hard out there, but Tweed got in his eyes, if he got love for you, man, you his family. So I appreciate him. I have to say good evening. And I'm a hugs to you, Queen Jean. 50 push-ups to you, G-Lew, and Snow. Man, ain't no Snow Whiter than you, man. I don't mean the white color. I just mean the spirit of white. You know what I'm saying? You one of them real brothers, man, and I don't know what G-Lew was doing to you, man, if he was trying to, say something bad about you. You know what I'm saying? Just got to pay attention, man.
He didn't listen to the secret message. That's why I brought Tweed out. I know what the fuck you talking about the whole time, man. I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We all know on this phone how great it is to have a friend and a brother in the family that drive tow trucks. Because, man, if we'd have known you back in the 70s and the 80s, man, we would have called you every day.
I'd have been skipping my way right to you, brother, on your trip.
Oh, man, we all know how valuable that is, man. All of us from L.A., man, all we know is tow trucks.
That's right. Trust me, I know. Trust me. I done been to a few shit. My impound and a 30-day shit ain't no joke.
Yes, sir, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you too, man. All y'all inspiration. That's why I be calling, man. I stay with the family. You stick with who stick with you, man. So I know
that part.
If we was together out in L.A., all five of us on the phone right now, man, would be there.
Whoa.
You can believe that.
All the time. That part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's real tough.
Love you, Ali. Ali.
I'm going to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to
cut
nobody off, but I kind of want to interject something that has been on my mind. And it was a quote that I got. It's an unknown writer. Maybe they're listening, maybe they're not. I don't want to disclose the name because it's powerful words. And if they acknowledge, it's good. But it was said, I think I got this, and perhaps maybe 2 weeks ago. And the words are, make your beautiful soul shine so brightly, even your shadows will disappear. And I thought that was very, very profound. And I was looking for that quote. I think I had mentioned it in one of your previous shows, but I didn't remember it. So I had to go back to my archives because I wrote it down because I like profound shit, man. I like.
What is it? One more time, please. Can you say that one more time, please?
Make your beautiful soul shine so brightly, even your shadows will disappear. That is very deep.
I can dig that.
Wow.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Miss Queen Jean.
Queen Jean. Wow. Queen Jean. Yeah, she did say that at the end of the show. At the end of the show one night. Yeah. Wow. I was like, wow. I thought, wow. Queen Jean. Give it up for the Queen.
Yeah, well,
up in your crown.
That touched me, and I wrote it down. And if I pick up a pencil, it means something. I've already shared it, man, with my daughters. I've already shared that quote with a lot of people. But I could not remember to save my life that night. I said, man, I'm going to grab my little dope sack. That's what I call my notebook. Grab my dope sack and I separated the crack until I found that shit. Like, yeah, man, that's the words of wisdom, man.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's deep. Jean, that's deep.
Jane.
Right.
Miss Burke. Right, Queen, with the quote of the night, with the quote of the evening, Queen Jean. Yeah. Rev Ali, man. Always a pleasure. What's up, Tweet?
Shit. I'm just sitting here, man, looking at this No, I was looking at this last corner swig Cavassier I got.
Man, I just killed mine.
What am I going to do?
Last drop. Right, we down to the last.
I feel you, man.
Down to the last.
I'm down to I'm down to under 2 ounces.
I need a hug or something, Ali. You need a hug.
Oh, you got it. Tweed got he got a corner of Cavassier. I'm going to drink 2 sips of this chorus for y'all because that's all it takes to rev your rev to get loaded, man. 2 sips. I'll be like, man, I'll get the slurring and everything.
He said chorus. The banquet beer.
Yeah, man. I'll stop eating all that stuff, man. When you take a drink after you stop eating all that meat, you be like, woo, man, 1 is all you need.
Mm-hmm. I mean, man, I done had a fifth of mine. So. Cheers to your cause.
We deep. We here. We all the way in. We all the way in. Hey, but man, it's all love. This is G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesdays, and we are in the after hours, as you all know. Shout out to my family and friends, Tweed Cadillac, the homeboy Snow Brizzle, Snow Brown, Rev Ali, and Miss Queen Jean. I am G-Lew, and we also, again, want to give a special shout out and love to the late, great Easy Eric Wright. You know what I mean? Who definitely a major figure in this hip-hop game industry. And on the West Coast, you already know. So much love to Easy E. Do it like this, and we'll be back. Yay.
Oh yeah, let's take a trip. Just sit back and light a slip with this and don't slip on a funky dope track. Jump back, strapped with a fat Buddha sack and a 7/8 black on clean. Gangsta lean, I got green, but I serve dubs like it ain't no thing. I hang with OG players, don't set trips, or you might get what we call a rat pack. I don't slack when it comes to street. I kick real G-funk to a gangsta beat. It's so sweet when you got money to spend. I got a proper big tilt and a fly big bench. I make ends, spend my dough on no foe. That's how it is and that's how it goes. Act like you know when I creep real slow, giving love to the players that I know is real G.
If you got love for them gangsters, let me hear you one time. If you're down for the crime, if you got love for them hustlers, let me hear you say ho. If you're making straight dough, if you got love for them players, let me hear you say ooh, ladies we want you. If you got love for them straight G's and you wanna be down, just scream.
Dump on tools with a quickness, and they got no cure for this sickness. I get paid for the way that I kick this, like a G-star, an OG star.
Who's that?
A real player named Easy, and I live my life straight crazy. Don't need no punk who's paying me, and broke groupies and hoochies don't faze me. I take 2 steps back and release myself to put platinum and gold on a record shelf. I don't brag, but I tell it like it straight up is. Before you do a record, partner, handle your business. And don't get caught slipping on the under, or you might wonder
what's up on them ends, G?
I call a spade and get paid. G shows the way, so I give love to them.
If you got love for them gangsters, let me hear you one time. If you're down for the crime, if you got love for them hustlers, let me hear you say ho. If you're making straight dough, if you got love for them players, let me hear you say ooh, ladies we want you. If you got love for them straight G's and you wanna be down, just scream.
A-Z-Y, must I chase the cat and be a dog, a straight up hawk. I leapfrog to the sound of a gangster beat, so I can hear my record bumping on that OGPIMP and low G and low. Hip hop thugs are so quick to rush it straight to the dirt. Fool, I do work. Nobody move, nobody get hurt. That's how it is when it comes to me, cause I'm the short but wicked player named Easy. Women can't play me, some say I'm crazy, but I don't think so. Call me pure loco. I give the damn about a scandalous trick. Let me hit it one time, then trick that stitch, but don't trip. Gives my dough to no foe. That's how it is, I got no love for ya.
If you got love for them gangsters, let me hear you one time. If you're down for the crime, if you got love for them hustlers, let me hear you say ho. If you're making straight dough, if you got love for them players, let me hear you say ooh, ladies we want you. If you got love for them straight G's and you wanna be down, just scream.
quarantining, man.
James, it's Big Snoop Dogg. I'm here to let you know, don't you dare give up. Keep fighting. Your grandchildren need you. The world needs you. We never met in person, but you're the best person I know. So let's go. Keep fighting, Jay. Don't you dare stop. Snoop Dogg says so. Keep your head up and stay beautiful.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? You know, it's Tyler from the Crenshaw District. Out here with my boy, Big G-Lew. You know what it is, West Coast Wednesday. All the time, every day. Hey, this is G-Lew Show, West Coast Wednesday. Don't be ashamed on the West Coast. Fuck what y'all talking about. We about this bitch. Neighbors.
Hey, check this out, man. You really need to let these niggas know, you know what I mean, what really went down and when it, you know what I mean, when all this shit jumped off, nigga. This your nigga Piper Boy, nigga. Don't, come on, nigga, it's me, nigga. Tell the niggas, don't hold shit back. Let a motherfucker really know, nigga.
It's 95 and shit don't stop. No justice, no peace, so motherfucker cop. Fucking with niggas for no goddamn reason, so it's 187 on all pigs all season. You ain't no motherfucking Robocop. I got bullets that your motherfucking vest won't stop. So catch me if you motherfucking can. I said fuck the police in 89, didn't you understand? And shit ain't changed, shit still the same. Blowing out brains, whips and chains, and I'll be damned if I be slaved. Living in the cage, 3 strikes and I'm out. Shit y'all can save, now I'm off in the liquor store. Motherfuckers laying dead all on the motherfucking floor. Fuck it, add 2 more.
Hey, Trey, lay these niggas down, man. I don't know what time it is. These niggas don't wanna picture me. The 50 birds, the half meal, the whole town got the flu. I swear they sick of me. Niggas don't wanna lick of me. Watch out for the pig. The last magician pulled the script. He end up bloody as the dick. These haters, they can't hold me. Don't wanna know me. They did their life so free. I'm cooking up the whole key. Then watch it stack slowly. I rose on the whole town. Then built the house underground and live like Stevie Wonder now, nigga. I want the cash that they don't see. Forever ball. Fuck your bitch. Leave my worry in the stall. And now she popping down cause she won't pee. Nigga just call the vet, now take it up. It's enough cash, I'll break it up. These niggas wanna G like me, and niggas A, B, and C like E's. But niggas, these niggas wanna twirl like me, ride in, cruise the world like me. But niggas, these niggas wanna floss like mine. They want a Rolex that cost like mine. But niggas, these niggas wanna blow my trees and drop the rag on the Rari like E's. But niggas,
now better.
That bread, right? You count it?
Yeah. It's show. I know my day's coming. Stop talking on my name, motherfucker, like you need that. Dumping up a cat. You gotta enjoy that, cuz. Damn, cuz. You show, nigga? So you want that? You show.
You sure you want to lose your life, my nigga?
Fuck.
Yeah, I'll see y'all niggas, cuz.
John Donnie made the beat and no go.
New music out of San Bernardino, the homeboy Doggy Style Lee.
When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day is coming.
Stop talking on my name, motherfucker, like you need that. I'm dumping out the passenger side, tell them to lean back. You don't want no smoke, well fuck it, doggy style ain't no joke. I tear the roof off this bitch and give them what they want. So take some notes for the rubber as I ski skirt. Your bitch love sucking my dick, that's why her knees hurt. Can't love no trick, hell no, you better get your bitch. I nutted all up on her face and you kissed her lips. Pimp, I got some homies that be drilling shit. Stop making all them threats, you ain't gon' kill shit. Bitch, I'ma slide if your girl act sick. Tell the truth, motherfucker, I'm the face of the Dino. I was broke in the motherfucker, where was the love? Refused to dig my own grave, so I dug out the mud. I was raised around them killers and drive-bys, nigga. Y'all ain't never shot shit, that's just drive-by, nigga.
When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming.
Take my dick out your mouth when you mention me, and better say with your chest when you speak on me. If I bust my heat, guaranteed I have these niggas running, having niggas screaming when they see them hollow tips coming. Empty this bitch, fuck it, let me reload my clip. Say bye to your soul when your shit get hit. Niggas better come harder when you niggas think you can dip. Running through these fucking haters, nigga, who next on my list? If you didn't know, doggy style don't fear no niggas. I just fuck niggas, bitches, and end careers, niggas. Better keep your hoe close before that bitch get took. Niggas know they can't see me, so take a close ass look. Never bite the hand that feed you, niggas better say your grace. Never ask for a hand, I make my own damn play. Knock, knock, motherfucker, better let me in. I'm doggy style, motherfucker, don't say my name again.
When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming, and I ain't afraid to die, cause I know my day's coming. When you on the rise, the haters start coming.
Okay, we were talking about the Bloods and the Crips. They have a peace treaty going on. I think I was listening to a rapper.
California Love Part 3. G-Lew. OG music, homie. This is dedication to California. The best weed.
What's up with it? We live at the Cali Picnic 2017 420 weekend. G-Lew. Got my girl BQC right here. Yeah, we're about to film a new video for that running. You know what I mean? This is my BQC. There you go. We filming at the Cali Picnic showing love. OG Music Group 2017. Can't go on record. Like that.
The best weed on the planet. Your accent says been granted, homie. Let's go.
We out here, Cali Picnic 2017, G-Lew BQC. This is love and set. You know what
Late night, California dreaming. Gotta catch a flight later on this evening. LAX bound, can't wait to touch down. Draw Mercedes with my lady and another bus down. Dipping down sunset, listening to Maze, purple haze got my lungs wet. And I ain't even done yet, finna roll another one just to have some fun with. You know that California killer, often imitated but it ain't none realer. Homie, I remember used to get it by the air. Deal with the hate. Shout out to the Stones, yeah, I'm still putting on for the city and the state that I still call home, California. Yeah. All the killers show me love. I say to double up, blowing money fast, so you better get your money up. It's sunny up, but the clouds keep coming. But that ain't rain, that's a loud weed burning. Chillin' with burning in the compound. Going over money plans for the labor to expand. Shout out to the land, Southern California. Palm trees, bomb weed, smell the aroma. Where there's a weed shop on every other corner. Dispensary deficiency, the smoke how you wanna. Get a weed card from the doctor, you're straight. When the cops pull you over, shit ain't nothing they can say. Just another day in California, yay. Home of the best gas, but you better have a pass. Living every day like it's my last. But if it is, homie, I'ma go out with a blast. California.
How much you got left?
Excuse me. Yeah. Is that your car on the lot?
Yeah.
It's a Jag?
Yeah.
Make a lot of money?
Yeah, I do all right for myself.
I'm trying to put it together. Nice car. How much money?
70,000 last month.
Seriously, how much?
Hey, G-Lew back in this motherfucker, man, about them commas, homie, them dollars. Don't make dollars, it don't make sense. What up, Future? OG over everything, nigga. Back like I left something, homie.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000. I quit my job right now.
Yeah, turn me up. Let's go. Dirty with the Ruger, fucking commas up like Future. 50,000 to 100,000 don't really matter, still shoot ya. I'm old nigga like stupid, no love cuz no Cupid. I twist you up like Rubik's and then chop you up like Rue Chris. OG, that's a blueprint. G-Lew, that's the movement. I bet you niggas can't fuck with me and I dare nigga to prove it. I'm low key on some cool shit. Play with me though I get foolish. I got a tray 80 with a full clip and a tray 8 that'll move shit. I'm a real G, that's true spit. At the trap house with a blue pit. Got an old hoe and a new bitch. Got an old school and a new whip. Got cold bars, I'm true sick. I'm the truth boy, I do this. Got an old flow but I switch it up so I can fuck you up with this new shit. Commas on me, that's money talk. I got a new dance, I call it money walk. I'm in the club dancing with two bands. I got them holding hands like, ooh Lord. Back nigga like I left something with a big sack. I got the trap jumping from A-Town to LA now. I'ma stay down till I lay down. OMG over everything. G-Lew, I oversee everything. CEO of my own shit. No handouts, I don't owe shit. Bank account on swole, nigga. I'm an OG like an old nigga, but I beat the pussy like a young buck. Turn your old bitch into my new slut. Got a foot long and a cold cup, plus a fuck long but strong nut. Go ask your bitch, she know me, nigga. Fuck with me then and I'll show you, nigga. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. That soft white, I stay whipping it. I don't fuck with hoes that fuck with niggas, cause all y'all do is stay whispering. G-Lew, I'm back in positioning. Got a gas pack, I'm about to twitch it in. Let's switch the streets and I hit the streets with my brother Cool and my cousin V. In the strip club, throwing bands, nigga. I'll ball as much as I can, nigga. Got more money in my pants, nigga. I do this shit cause I can, nigga. Hey, G-Lew, check out the comments, man. Comment up, Future. Members only, homie. Members only, homie. Do this every day. Shit don't stop. Roll that shit up, cuz. Let that shit bang. That's that beat, homie.
Now, in the end, I made more money, and Lulu always got his return when he wanted it. But I wasn't trying to keep shit all to myself, see. I wasn't trying to get on the stage, and I didn't want people hating. I put people on, understand? The street was happy.
everybody can eat.
Yeah, Dylan was alright.
Hey, it's the G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesday. Hey, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Hey, check it out, though. Me and the homeboys, you know, we about to go live. I'm about to go live on YouTube. So when I get up out of here, we going in after hours on YouTube. You know what I mean? So check me out, the G-Lew Show live, late night lives on YouTube at the G-Lew Show. We about to kick it for a minute. I'm about to try this out. Chat with some ladies because, you know, they like to tune into that. So check us out, right? We up out of here. Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, where it's done at, and we do it at every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Tune in Friday. We got a new episode Saturday, the new podcast with Cynthia Nunn from Compton, Triple OG. So I'm out of here, man. The G-Lew Show. Rest in peace, Nip Hussle. His anniversary of his untimely death is coming up this weekend, man. So the marathon continues. Love you, Nip. Love y'all. Peace and love the G-Lew Show.
Hey, bro. One blood, one cut. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cut. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cut. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cut. To put them all together, you got one.
For God so loved the world, he gave us a good crib. The late great neighborhood Nip. Dipping in this LA bullshit, about as solid of a youngster as a nigga could get, yeah. Wasn't nothing like these thug phonies. Was always showing love and big respect for all the blood homies. You understood the values in the youth. Man, I swear to God, nephew, you was the truth. Damn, how could this nigga do this? It's cause every neighborhood Jesus got a neighborhood Judas who hate to see your team ride rich. You see that envy and that pride, that's that green-eyed bitch. Worse than a woman's scorn. It had been better for that man if he had never been born. But Mary, don't you mourn. Martha, don't you weep. You see your son still affected us deep. Gave us the faith to take that leap.
One blood, to put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. All together, you got one.
All it take is one brave blood and one brave crip standing up together like we did back on them slave ships. Out on high sea waves, fighting leather whips. Steady hearing Jesus saves out of devil's lips. Shackled at the hips for the color of our skin. Hundreds of us, yeah, we knew we was brothers then. But here we go again, underneath the gun. They got us thinking we all different when we So I'm giving thanks to the gangsters, giving praise to the natives. Damus and Perus, y'all got the whole order made. Special shout out to the Hoovers for showing us how it's done. Ain't nothing greater than when we united. Ain't got no ulterior motives and no other agenda. Faking like you would us, just like some public pretenders. We ready to end this. For every eye that still cries, it's time to realize God will rise when we die.
One cup, to put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup. One blood, one cup. To put them all together, you got one. One blood, one cup.
Motherhood, brotherhood, ain't no other hood. Just imagine if we all was one hood.
Put them all together, you got one.
You can get at me on Instagram, Lil_Sody, Facebook, Man Sody Simpson. My Twitter is Lil Sody831. My Snapchat is Lil Sody83. Holler at your boy. Show me some love, let me know you out here listening. You paying attention to these streets, your eyes is open. You feel me? Keep your ears open. Off top, it's love all day long.
So Sody put it down right here. Westside Wednesday, August Boys Entertainment, man. Much success and much love, Sody.
Off top, man. Shout out to everybody in the world. Let's keep the peace. Gangsters moving. 83rd Street.